Hello, guardians of health. Have you ever found yourself thinking, I'm following everything to the letter, eating healthy, but why can't I lose weight? It feels frustrating, right? You cut out sugar, say goodbye to processed foods, and yet the scale doesn't budge. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is a common reality for many people who, even when committed to adopting a healthy diet, find themselves stuck in a cycle with no results. Now, what few people know is that the problem may not be the type of food you're eating, but rather the amount. Even foods considered healthy, when eaten in excess, can sabotage your weight loss efforts. And more. Sometimes subtle mistakes in your food choices are hiding the true culprit behind the difficulty in losing weight. In this video, I'm going to uncover the number one reason why you're still not losing weight, even though you're eating healthy. I'll reveal the most common mistakes that might be sabotaging your diet and give practical tips so you can reverse this situation today. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll discover exactly what's holding you back and how to adjust your eating habits to finally achieve the body and health you desire. Topic 1. Eating healthy, but eating in excess. Many times, when we think of eating healthy, we automatically associate it with eating more of these foods without worrying about the quantities. After all, if it's healthy, it can't do harm, right? Wrong. Even foods like avocado, nuts, olive oil, and fruits, when consumed in excess, can turn into a real caloric surplus, leading to weight gain instead of loss. Imagine your body as an energy balance. To lose weight, you need the amount of energy, calories, coming in to be less than what you burn. And this applies to any food, no matter how healthy it is. Eating an extra handful of nuts here, or an extra spoonful of olive oil there, can add up to hundreds of extra calories by the end of the day, putting you in a caloric surplus, even if your diet consists only of clean foods. The question is, how many of us actually monitor the portions of healthy foods we eat? A portion of avocado, for example, is only 1/4 of the fruit, but it's common to see people eating a whole avocado per meal. This is one of the biggest mistakes made by those who adopt a healthy diet, but still don't see the desired results. Practical tip: start monitoring the amounts of food you consume, even if they're healthy. A simple tool, like a calorie counting app, can help you maintain precise control and avoid excesses. Small changes in portions can make a big difference in long-term results. But this is just the beginning. In the next topic, I'm going to reveal some common mistakes in healthy diets that might be keeping you from reaching your goals. Topic 2. Common mistakes in healthy diets. Adopting a healthy diet does not mean being immune to nutritional pitfalls. In fact, many people make subtle but impactful mistakes that completely sabotage their weight loss efforts. One of the most common is blindly trusting labels like light, organic, or gluten-free. These terms create a false sense of security, leading people to consume these products in larger quantities, thinking they're free of calories or can be eaten without moderation. Imagine the following scenario. You buy a sugar-free cookie and believe you can eat as much as you want because it's healthier. But if you look closely at the label, you'll see that these products often contain artificial sweeteners and excess fats to compensate for the lack of sugar, which can result in a caloric value almost equal to, or even higher than, a regular cookie. In other words, you're consuming a lot of hidden calories without realizing it. Another frequent mistake is the famous healthy snack. Eating multiple times a day, even if it's a fruit here, a yogurt there, or a handful of seeds, can quickly add up to calories that, by the end of the day, put you in a caloric surplus. This is where perception error comes into play. Many people believe these small snacks don't impact the final result, when in fact, they can be the difference between losing or gaining weight. Practical tip: when choosing foods labeled as healthy, read the ingredients and compare the caloric value to traditional foods. And when snacking between meals, keep portions controlled and be aware of how much you're really consuming. This is just one of the common mistakes. In the next topic, we'll discuss how the lack of variety and nutritional balance might be sabotaging your diet, even if you're eating the right foods. Topic 3. Lack of variety and nutritional balance. Following a healthy diet isn't just about eating good foods, it's about balance and variety. Many people make the mistake of eating the same foods every day, believing that it simplifies the diet and helps maintain focus. However, this approach can lead to nutrient deficiencies and, ironically, make weight loss more difficult. For example, imagine someone who starts eating only chicken breast, brown rice, and broccoli day after day. Even though these foods are nutritious, the lack of diversity ends up limiting the intake of other essential micronutrients, such as vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. Moreover, the body can begin to adapt to this eating pattern, slowing down the metabolic rate and making weight loss more difficult. Another important aspect is satisfaction. When you eat the same foods repeatedly, your relationship with food can become monotonous and boring, increasing the likelihood of slip-ups and binge eating. Not to mention that the lack of variety can lead to nutritional deficiencies that directly affect your metabolism and energy levels, harming your physical and mental performance. Practical tip: try to diversify your sources of nutrients. Include different types of vegetables, proteins, and fats in your weekly meals. By varying your choices, you ensure that your body receives a full range of nutrients and avoid metabolic stagnation. Speaking of balancing your diet, if you're looking for a more detailed guide on how to adjust your portions and create a personalized nutrition plan to achieve real results, click the link I pinned in the comments. This material will show you exactly how to structure a balanced and varied diet without complications. But that's not the only issue. In the next topic, we're going to demystify some misconceptions about the concept of clean eating and healthy eating. You'll be surprised at how much these myths may be holding you back. Shall we continue? Topic 4. Myths about clean eating and healthy eating. The term clean eating has gained popularity in recent years, but have you ever stopped to think about what it really means? Many people believe that clean eating is synonymous with eliminating any processed food, carbohydrates, or even entire food groups, such as fats. But contrary to what many think, following an overly restrictive diet can be more harmful than beneficial for health and weight loss. One of the biggest myths is that only fresh and natural foods are healthy, and everything that comes packaged is automatically bad. But is it really like that? For example, did you know that packaged whole wheat bread can be an excellent source of fiber and energy for those who work out? Or that foods like natural yogurt and instant oats, even though they are processed, are rich in nutrients and can be part of a balanced diet? The belief that we should avoid anything that isn't natural creates a rigid mindset and often leads to feelings of guilt and binge eating. Another common myth is that certain foods are villains and should be avoided at all costs. However, foods like bread, white rice, or even dark chocolate can be part of a healthy diet, as long as they are consumed in moderation and within your daily caloric plan. The key is balance, not radical elimination of foods. Practical tip: instead of focusing on eating perfectly, concentrate on eating intuitively and balanced. Allow yourself the flexibility to include foods you like, without depriving yourself or demonizing certain types of foods. This will help you maintain long-term consistency and avoid binge episodes that often occur in extremely restrictive diets. Did you like this point? Now let's move on to the next topic, where we'll talk about the real secret to weight loss: the caloric deficit. Do you want to know more? Topic 5. What really matters: caloric deficit. When it comes to weight loss, many people get lost in complicated rules, fad diets, and miracle foods. But the truth is that there is one fundamental rule that determines whether you lose weight or not: the caloric deficit. This means that to lose weight, you need to consume fewer calories than your body burns daily. Regardless of how healthy your diet is, if you're not in a caloric deficit, the weight won't go down. Let's simplify. Imagine that your body is a bank account. If you spend more than you earn, you'll have a negative balance. With eating, it's the same. Even if you eat only healthy foods, like quinoa, salmon, and fruits, if the total amount of calories consumed is higher than what you burn, the balance will be positive, resulting in weight gain. Therefore, controlling calories should be the priority, not just the type of food you choose. Many people fool themselves into thinking they can ignore calories because they're eating healthy. However, even the excess calories from foods like nuts, avocado, or granola can lead to weight gain if there isn't a proper energy balance. The secret is to balance the amount you consume to ensure that your body reaches the desired caloric deficit promoting sustainable weight loss. Practical tip: to calculate your caloric deficit, start by monitoring your daily food intake and comparing it to your basal metabolic rate, BMR. There are several online calculators that can help you find this number. From there, adjust your diet so that the total calories consumed are slightly lower than your daily caloric expenditure. Small adjustments yield big results. If you want to learn more about how to calculate your caloric deficit and create a meal plan that really works for you, check the link pinned in the comments. In this material, you'll find practical strategies and advanced tips to keep track of calories without sacrificing the pleasure of eating. We're almost finished. In the next and final topic, we'll talk about how to find the balance between healthy eating and quantity to create a sustainable lifestyle. Conclusion: the key is balance. When it comes to weight loss, it's clear that the solution isn't just eating healthy, but rather finding a balance between quality and quantity. The secret isn't to eliminate foods or follow extremely rigid diets, but to learn to dose each element of your diet, maintaining conscious control over the calories consumed. What we've learned here is that eating healthy is important for overall health and obtaining essential nutrients. But without a caloric deficit, weight loss simply doesn't happen. Therefore, it's essential to pay attention to both the type and quantity of foods consumed. Monitoring portions, avoiding excesses, and ensuring a varied diet are the first steps to avoiding the pitfalls of a poorly planned healthy diet. Remember, the goal is to find a sustainable lifestyle where you can enjoy a wide variety of foods without guilt and without excesses. The key is to respect your caloric limits and adjust your diet as necessary, without giving up the pleasure of eating. By balancing your choices, you'll have more energy, health, and finally lasting results on the scale. What is your biggest difficulty when it comes to controlling portions of healthy foods? Leave your comment below. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more valuable tips like this one. Also, share this with someone who is going through this difficulty and help them uncover the real secret to losing weight healthily and effectively.